Add tracks on the beat.
Up in New York City, I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain podcast. It is February 3rd. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on within our space. And we'll be talking about some altcoins because we are definitely inside of alt season. So there's a lot of stuff that will be happening on this show today, but we're going to keep it moving. If you haven't been able to chance to tune in, I do this each and every day at 10 a.m. I come and I talk about what's happening and update it in the news of the Web3 space. And then on Mondays, I have exclusives where I talk about different projects of different founders, VCs, projects, so on and so forth. It's just a lot of excitement. So this Monday, we got the co-founder of Glass.xyz. And next week, we got the co-founder of Avalorum, my man Val, Angel Syndicate. He's talking about investing, where to put the money. But as we do on our regular daily show, no shameless plug, but it is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Make sure you tune in each and every, Spotify, Apple Music. You can listen to it on the train. You can listen to it on the bus. You can listen to the car. Get your informative news of Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Like I say, I have a lot of guests that have been coming and sharing the insightful information in their journey within the space. So as we move on, you know how you got to do it. We got to talk about the prices. We still in between that space where I keep saying is make sure that you dollar cost average into wherever you want to be and ride the wave. This is not financial advice. I'm not informing you to do anything that you shouldn't be doing, but this is Beyond the Blockchain. So we talk about things and beyond and beyond. But the funny thing is we hit the 43 number, right? So, listen, I'm just going to run through these numbers. There's a little blood in the water in certain places. They go my favorite. We just see it declining and declining. I need to go in and figure out what's going on in that space because I haven't been checking in. Also, we're looking for Sue. We're still in the blood in the water. C. We're still in the water. That's my boy. He always talk about Algorand. He been loving Algorand for time upon time upon time. Look at Helium. We back up in the green. So I always the thing is, right? I have this concept about swimming, right? If you have not swam or you want to learn how to swim, you can sit and you can read all the books and watch all the videos in the world, right? But you won't actually learn how to swim until you actually in the water. So I have this concept about if you want to learn how to swim, you need to be in the water to learn how to swim. I post these prices daily. The reason why I post these prices to let you see that there is a possibility of creating creating a opportunity for yourself from the past, from the history of how this market has went, we back on the verges of where it can go now. So if you're not participating in what's going on, then you need to kind of wake up, right? And see what's, if you're not interested, okay, cool. But if you're interested, then you need to be tapping in. Moving on, I always go to my favorite Twitter guy for information. So, you know, we already seen that the ETFs of Bitcoin went, and we already seen it went all the way to China. So, Hong Kong, we know that they opted in for ETF approval over there, and we know that it approved over here. So, within saying all of this, for people who just like getting a clear to get a clear understanding of what this means, right? What this means is that things are not going to stay the same as far as price range. So there are opportunities and ways to where you can actually come in and you can buy and hold your Bitcoin, right? Or buy and hold whatever digital asset that you feel that is important to you, that you did your due diligent research and you see the value in it. And this is the time that is showing you these are different signs to say, okay, I could see the momentum of what this thing is, what's getting ready to happen with this thing, right? You can actually say that. So now, when I come into Ash Crypto's post and he says Ethereum spot ETFs get approved, XRP, all of these ETFs getting approved, that means that you ever seen dominoes fall? Like the first domino already fell. So I'd rather catch it when the first domino falls instead of trying to catch it when the last domino fell, where it's ended, right? So when you look at things, these are predictions, right? These are predictions and expectations. So I'm not saying that you go and jump out the window. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that you have to do your own research and figure out if this is something that makes sense to you. And don't don't here's the most important thing. They always say this. The money that you put into something that you're not really sure about, right? Or be prepared to lose it. So, not saying that you want to lose, but if it's a loss, then it's a loss. It's not like, yo, I was supposed to pay my rent on Friday, but you said no. It doesn't work like that. Nobody said nothing. We just looking and we making observations based off the past of things that we seen, and we say, hey, no matter who podcast or whoever's Instagram or whatever, and wherever you get this information from, it's all based off of speculation of what we think or what we seen happen, what we assume will happen. So, speaking on that, we're gonna keep moving. This is what that speculation inspires to be, right? People who have done it in the past are people who can do it again, right? A lot of millionaires have been made with crypto, a lot, right? So now we're in a space where that opportunity presents itself again. So now there are people who are putting their information up on how they're doing or how they're going about it. So you can look at this stuff and say, okay, this is what he used as his template to and I want to look at what he was looking at, what tokens, what he was, how did he do it, how did he do his leverage trade. So it's more like a almost like you know how you go to school and they give you the book, right? These are like this is like the book, right? I'm not saying it's the Bible. No, I'm saying that it's something that you can make reference. Boom. got it. Perfect reference material. I can't say no more than that. It's perfect reference material. So he started with 25, right? When on my Ash page, right, he says start with 1,000, right? In his mix, he has a bunch of coins that he has. Now I zoom in so you can see the list that he has in within his portfolio, right? Remember, there go my tongue coin again. Remember, you have to do your own research. You have to figure out what works for you. But like I said, it is something that he's showing a way of where he started and how he has started accumulating and how he has his strategy, right? He talks about it. See, these are the things, this is the information that like I'm bringing to you. So you don't even have to go and find it. You just have to go and find this article. Just go check it out. So, you know, and a lot of times you hear me talking with like all week we've been hearing Solana. So it's not just Solana itself, it's what's happening in the Solana ecosystem because that Juke coin is in the Solana ecosystem. You feel me? So you got to go and just look because there's a lot of information here. They go one of my favorites. I talk about it all the time, right? So he goes in detail. You know, this is the time. Like I cannot express to you how important it is to, let's say, stay in the understanding of what's going on in this space to take advantage. When opportunity presents itself, you got to take advantage. So this is the Beyond the Blockchain. We talking about finances and beyond the blockchain today. Do y'all see that title? Do you see the title? Crypto teacher loses student 1.2 million investment in fake hedge fund. Is it really a fake hedge fund, or did the teacher scam the class? Or did one of the students line the teacher? See, this is what I'm talking about, how you have to be pro security when it comes to this. Pro. 1.2 million, no. You know, yesterday, I gotta really talk about this. Yesterday, if you got a chance to check out yesterday's show was a very good show because it was one part of it. It showed you how to split up your portfolio into 3 different places, right? It is very important that you do this because things like this wouldn't have happened, right? Because if the portfolio was split up, then whatever portion that you allocate to your investment, then you only feed that amount in that portfolio. And if you want to go and hoard that out into all of these different platforms, decentralized apps, to where you don't know if these is legit or not, or you want to set up your airdrops to this and all of this, then taking a loss within that space, then it's better than taking a loss of your whole portfolio. And that's all I got to say on that one. But this right here, this is just as bad as the pastor saying this is just as bad as the pastor saying that the liquidity is provided by God. He done took them people money, man. Moving on, man. Moving on. The shenanigans that's happening. Do I have to be the only one that says this? Yes. Trump is scared of AI too. Yes. Do I have to be the only one who says this? It is the most dangerous thing out there. Come on now, you already know.
Trump says AI could be the most dangerous thing out there, it's so scary. Former U.S. President and current Republican Party frontrunner Donald Trump recently sounded off on the topic of artificial intelligence, AI, calling it the most dangerous thing out there and warning there's no real solution during an interview with Fox Business' Maria Bartiromo. Trump's commentary was revealed in a teaser for an upcoming segment on Maria Bartiromo's Sunday morning Futures show on Fox Business. The interview is slated to air on February 4th. President
pledged to block a potential central bank digital currency. Is that about surveillance?
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. One day you don't have any money in your account. It can be a very dangerous thing. And the other thing that I think is maybe the most dangerous thing out there of anything, because there's no real solution, the AI, as they call it, it is so scary. I saw somebody ripping me off the other day where they had me making a speech about their product. I said, I never endorsed that product. And I'm telling you, you can't even tell the difference. It looks like I'm actually endorsing it.
That's very scary. I
No,
agree.
because
That's
you
very
can get
scary.
that into wars and you can get that into other things. Something has to be done about this, and it has to be done fast. And nobody really knows what to do. The technology is so good and it's so powerful that what you say at an interview with you almost doesn't matter anymore. They can change things around and nobody can tell the difference. Even experts can't tell the difference. This is a tremendous problem in terms of security. This is a problem that they better get working on right now.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. This is really scary. I talk about it all the time. Like, you don't know what's real and what's not. I remember at one point in time, we thought everything on the internet was real. But we know that it's definitely not the truth. So, you know, this is really, really scary. Here's that time that y'all want to talk about coins. Y'all want to talk about what you should look for. Like I said, you can always go and refer to this article right here. It's in Medium. Crypto Rookies. 6 minutes. He just wrote it a day ago. This is his plan on how he's going to take his portfolio from 25 to an M. You can reach out on my favorite, which is Ask Crypto. He got his thing where, you know, what he got? He got his thing where this is where he started. Right? This is what he started. So it's just like, it's not like this information isn't out here to, you know, figure it out. Right? If you're beyond that space, then you already know, then you know how to attach to find different altcoins. So, you know, let's check this out.
Price analysis 2 halves: BTC, ETH, BNB, SOL, XRP, ADA, AVAX, Doge, DOT, Link. The launch of Bitcoin, BTC, exchange-traded funds, ETFs, in January failed to boost prices as traders focused on the outflows from the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, GBTC, ignoring the net inflows into the remaining ETFs. This shows that the traders sought to sell the news and book profits on their positions. However, a positive sign is that Bitcoin did not stay below the $40,000 level for long. This indicates that lower levels continue to attract investors. Buying on dips and selling on rallies may keep Bitcoin inside a range for a few days. The next major catalyst for Bitcoin is the halving in April. Daily cryptocurrency market performance. Source: Coin360. Another positive in favor of the bulls is that Bitcoin has produced an average monthly gain of about 12% in February, according to CoinGlass data. Since 2013, Bitcoin has ended February with a negative monthly return only in.
So, if it done gained 12% on a monthly average, right? This is kind of like a no-brainer right here to say, I don't even have to tell you. The information is there. Right now, the funny thing is I'm kind of doing the research for you, right? The only thing you got to do is just watch the show. Don't come to me about 2 months, 3 months back like, damn, yo, you was talking about this. I know I should have listened. No, you need to listen now, today. Today's Saturday. It's February 3rd, 2024. You need to listen today. Okay, we're going to keep it moving.
2014 and 2020. Could Bitcoin repeat its strong historical performance in February? Will altcoins follow Bitcoin higher? Let's analyze the charts of the top 10 cryptocurrencies to find out. Bitcoin price analysis. Bitcoin has been trading between the 20-day exponential moving average, $42,365, and the overhead resistance of $44,700 for the past few days. BTC/USDT daily chart. Source: Trading View. The 20-day EMA has started to turn up gradually, and the RSI has risen into the positive territory, indicating a minor advantage to buyers. If bulls overcome the barrier at $44,700, the BTC/USDT pair could attempt a rally to $49,000. The bears are expected to defend this level aggressively. If the price turns down and plunges below the 20-day EMA, it will indicate that bears are trying to take charge. The selling could pick up on a slump below $41,394. The pair may then descend to $40,000 and later to $37,980. Ether price analysis. Ether, ETH, remains stuck inside the $2,100 to $2,400 range, but the bulls have not given up and are trying to kick the price above the overhead resistance. ETH/USDT daily chart. Source: Trading View. A close above $2,400 will be the first sign of strength. That could attract further buying, pushing the ETH/USDT pair toward $2,700. If the price turns down from $2,700 but rebounds off $2,400, it will indicate that the sentiment has turned positive. That will enhance the prospects of a rally to $3,000. On the contrary, if the price turns down sharply from the current level or $2,400, it will indicate that the pair may spend some more time inside the range.
See, and that's the thing. That's why it's moving sideways. That's exactly why it's moving sideways. So that's why don't try to time it to say up and down. No, just dollar cost average in it because it's going to where we need to go. Even if it drops down back to 37, it's still going to go. These are little small dips and bounces. These are long swings. These are long swings on it. But we're going to keep it moving. But yeah, what are you doing? What does your portfolio look like? Are you buying every day? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Here's another set. This is yesterday's list of best buys of crypto. I haven't done the research to this. I just check out the news and see what updates is, right? But best crypto to buy today. Oasis Network. Do your own research. Pedal. Tokenization trading protocol. Flare. Layer 1 blockchain. Data focus. One of the most important things that I tell people all the time is if you're playing the game, make sure you take your profits. Make sure you take your profits. That should be a song. Make sure you take your profits. Make sure you take your profits. Shout out to Big John, my boy Big John from Brooklyn. He gave me a finger roll. If you need to take your profits, the last thing you want to do is trade them into USD. Trade them into another asset that you can have physical and you can take with you. And if you want to know what that is, holler at us and we'll chop it up. Join our group. But moving on, today, Apple Vision. They've been selling. You see people buying them, right? You see them buying them. This gentleman right here, he talks about he did a bump test. It's funny he does the bump test. No.
With the headset on for about the next 40 minutes, I started walking around my house and running into different objects, whether it was doors or walls. There's sort of a supercut you're seeing of everything that I ran into while wearing the headset. And I learned a couple of interesting things. First of all, when you're in the full camera pass-through mode, you will not get a notification if you are too close to something. Apple has straight up limited these notifications.
Digital agencies, listen up. Duda.
Come on, man. You know, you gotta give me a commercial inside my commercial.
Immersive mode where you're in a virtual environment, and in that case you get the notifications, but I found them to happen pretty late. But even after colliding with a number of different objects in my house numerous times, I was actually super...
So that's kind of scary, because if you walk into things that's pretty... What if you just think you're open in the air, you could trip over a rock? Like that's kind of like dangerous. Like it's almost like that video. Did y'all see yesterday's show? That video that I played where the Tesla car identified the object too late, and he hit 5 police cars. So now he goes and he does a drop test, and he keeps dropping him, and he drops him, and he drops him, and he drops him. But he eventually, let's see.
And that is...
Here you go.
I'm back on my apps. Wow. Okay, don't worry about the screens or the most expensive parts of this breaking. We're now going where no Vision Pro has gone before or ever been or should ever be. We're dropping this in 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be terminal velocity.
Have you seen
Apple's, it yet? No. Dude, look at it. Vision Pro. And that coming off. So if you look on the inside, can you see that?
$3,500 right there.
Whoa. So that's what the screen looks like. There's a whole other piece of glass. No wonder this is so heavy. But that glass is fine. And the sensors, the cameras... are completely fine. Every other part of this, except for this, which is...
So when your girl find out that you watching porn in them and she slams them against the wall, just remember, it's a screen protector on top of that. As we move on, Google got a new AI image generator called Bard, and I have downloaded it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, all right, understanding. So this is my first time actually getting a chance to use the Google AI generator. Most of these things is really about prompts on what you say to it, you know. If you got a chance to use DALL-E or I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but this is another form of AI driven by language, and this is Google's version of it. All right, so this is Bard. Understanding. Okay, let's see. YouTube creator tips. Okay. Hey, I am creating YouTube. I make videos about Web3, news, info, and SP. Special guests, founders, VCs, devs, and more. Okay. VCs and more. My channel subscribes 1,000 and I get an average of I'm just adding zeros to all of it up, so okay, let's see what it does. Did y'all see that? Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. Is that a little bit better? Content optimization, target specific niches, SEO keywords. Oh, it tells you what tools to use. Oh, eye-catching colors for thumbnails, creating compelling content. Okay. So now, guess what I'm going to do? All right, so I'll put if hiring someone gives me job descriptions. So what I put in is if I'm hiring somebody to take the responsibility of all of this stuff, then I need job descriptions, right? Because there's no possible way that you can do all of these things, right? There's no possible way. So within saying that, you just basically use it for the same thing as the ChatGPT, and I don't know how in depth this is or like where this information that they get, where it comes from, because most of this stuff is machine learning. I would like to look more into depth into Bard, but it is another tool that you can actually use to advance yourself within this tech space. This is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. I am your host, Abby Harris. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. And like I said, this Monday's guest, we will have Dio tuning in. Peace.
Abstracts on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.